today I'm going to answer the #1 search question based off of Google Trends when it comes to cryptocurrencies. And that question is Bitcoin in a bubble? The short answer, no, I don't think Bitcoin is in a bubble, in all honesty, if we compare it to a couple of other metrics. The first thing I want to compare it to is the US stock market. The US stock market, let's just take the S&P 500, so the 500 best companies in the United States. What is the market value of that? That is $22 trillion. Let's take it against Bitcoin, or let's just take it against all the cryptocurrencies, for example. Bitcoin is at around $300 billion market cap. Let's put it together with all of the other cryptocurrencies, it's around $500 billion. So if we take a look at it from that standpoint, it's not close. So let's take it against the US dollar. Say all of the dollar bills, all of the coins, if we add that all up together, what's the value right there? It's about $4 trillion. So Bitcoin is still, much smaller than that at $500 billion. And the thing is, Bitcoin is a global currency. That's the big thing that we need to note here. It's not just one country using it. It's multiple countries using it. Whether that's Africa using it as currency, whether that's third world countries using it, whether that's countries like South Korea, even the United States, you can use things with it. So if we take a look at that value right now, it is very insignificant in comparison to, say, the US dollar or the stock market in general if you just take the S&P 500. But also, when we think about bubbles, everybody is really afraid of bubbles, but bubbles aren't always a bad thing. If we look at the S&P 500 over time, it goes up, and then it becomes overvalued, and it goes down. And it goes back up and surpasses that mark, where it's in another bubble, it's overvalued. Okay, it goes down a little bit, but it goes back up. But the utility of the stock market and investing there is very high, so it continues to come back. Even in the tech bubble in '99, okay, it was in a bubble, and what happened? It ended up crashing and then coming back above it as well. Same thing with the housing market. If you look at the housing market, it crashed in 2008. It has come back significantly, and it's done that over and over again. So if, in my opinion, if Bitcoin continues to grow as a global currency, I think we're nowhere near a bubble when it comes to taking it against things, like I said, like the dollar, like the S&P 500. But even so, even if you think it's in a bubble right now, you just got to think about this as multiple waves. I think cryptocurrency has been accepted to the level that it's not going to go down to zero. It's always going to be there. So it just depends on what wave you end up hitting it on. In 2010, there's a man who ended up spending 10,000 Bitcoins on 2 pizzas. Okay? And he did that. And then now it would be worth somewhere around $170 million if he would have just kept that. So there was that first wave right there of growth. But who knows how many more waves there are going to be. I think the best thing that I do personally is invest now so I can get on maybe what I think is the second trend. Currently investing in Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. I am up around 40% in the past 2 weeks, which has done really well. So the answer for me, I don't think Bitcoin is in a bubble right now, and even if it's in a bubble, you got to look for the next wave.